You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dini Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is going on, and welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. I'm your host, dini-mussolini. And guys, we have a very special guest, so you should definitely stick around for that. And kind of just taking in the moment right now. This is the last episode of 2019. This very interview here, and so it's just a real moment for me in particular. I think right now we are well over 800 interviews. Not 800 this year, but over 800 altogether. Like, this is a 6-year span that I've been doing this show, and just taking in a moment, kind of looking back to where I first started with one listener for a very, very long time. Like, one listener, and she wasn't even my girlfriend. She was just somebody who, was interested in what I was doing, and the show was losing money, and there's a time where you have to evaluate, like, I used to be a store manager of a retail store, and every year we have like an end-year inventory, so we have to take stock of our loss and our gain to make sure that we were up, and never down or breaking even. Even breaking even was bad, but sometimes you got to do that with your life. You got to take a step back and take inventory of the things that you gained over the years, the things you lost, and if you broke even. And if it's your life, of course, if you break even, that's a pretty fair thing. But we don't want to lose more than we gain. Unfortunately, sometimes life is just that way. There's so many twists and turns and the roller coaster. And I said all that to say, we fast forward 6 years, and now we have 37,000 live listeners, versus that one listener. It's been quite a journey, guys. So sometimes I don't get a chance to celebrate these milestones, and here it is, another year. We did it, You guys stuck in here with me, and you are a big part of what I do. I'm sorry I don't have any like spectacular blowout show or bands and the whole works, like confetti and whatnot, but this is work, man. This is work, and not only is it work, but it's enjoyable. I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy you guys listening as always. If I could send each and one of you a turkey sandwich in the mail, I would. It's the least I could do, right? But hey, you guys write me all the time, and I enjoy that as well. So I respond when I can. Catch me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all over the web. I am there, and a friendly guy. So if you're drinking right now, whether it's green tea or a brewski, toast to you. Yes, you. You're incredible, and I know you're going to do some spectacular things this year. All right. So when you turn on a light switch, consider what makes that light come on. Behind that seemingly magical switch are thousands of miles of cable, electrical generating stations, towers, transformers, underground conduits, and most importantly, the countless thousands of people who designed, build, operate, and maintain all of it. And for every one of those people, every one of their functions there are even more people who support them, all behind a single light switch. Things from which you benefit every day: water, food, phone service, books, clothing, soap, and more. Most of which you routinely take for granted come to you through the effort and commitment of the other people in your world. In a very real and tangible way, on a moment-by-moment basis, you are intricately connected to the rest of the world. Why then would you even consider doing harm to or taking advantage of anyone else? How could you ever find satisfaction in the misfortune of another? We're all in this together. It is tragically shallow to think that whatever appears to be in your best interest is truly in your best interest. If it causes harm to another, keep in mind that you are connected to your world on many levels and in countless ways. Seek those things which benefit both you and the world of which you are part of. I try to tell my kids all the time, for every action, there's definitely a reaction, whether it's a good action or a bad action. Something is bound to follow your actions. So take a second or two and think about what you do. Think about the impact you make, whether it's small or large. Take that from me, Dini-Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
Yo, hello and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or Inside the Book, Inside the Business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos, crystalline, or starseeds, or for my vigilantes audience family, and 2 times for my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people who think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. And that's V as in Victor. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. You know the number to dial: 701-801-9813. Text that number to your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. Feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much and we take up the entire hour. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, or any app from the Google Play or iTunes Store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we ever aired.
Well, tonight's interview is the Mr. Who interview. And again, I'm your host, Dini-Mussolini. We are the people who have dedicated their weekdays and nights to music, films, news, business ventures, and just talking every aspect, from our incredible writing and promotion on our new Facebook page. By the way, if you're surfing on the web right now, head on over and give us a like. And then we have our interview and music show, which is what you're listening to now, Vigilantes Radio, or the dive into relationships, money, music business, spiritual living, and just all around fun. On the show we got called Skeptics of the Handshake. That's where I bring on celebrities and then the average Joe, and we all sit around and talk about things that are not normally talked about, things that we think but don't say, you know. So it's a very funny show. It's funny how celebs can interact with, you know, just the average Joe, and vice versa. It's not an interview style show. It's just a round table discussion, and yeah, you should check it out. So anyway, we spend each and every day giving our maximum effort to create a vibrant, exciting indie community for all creative minds that coexist in this beautiful artistic world. As I said before, our special guest today is a crusader by the name of Mr. Who. And from here, guys, it gets greater because he's here to chat with all of us. So let's go ahead and invite him on. Hey, hello, Mr. Who. You're now live in the midst with all of us. How's it going?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah. Glad you're on, man.
Yeah, glad to be here. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love.
Most definitely, man. So 2020 is right around the corner, man. Any predictions, any big plans that you got coming up?
Oh man, nothing but as I call my music funk jazz hop, a lot of stanky, stinky, smelly. OMG Entertainment, they let me out my cage. So be prepared for some very, very good back to what we used to music. You know, I'm trying to put that rotation back into the universe so our antennas just go back up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all.
Most definitely. All right. So let's dive deep, Mr. Who. Right off the bat, help us understand what you do and what's happening behind the scenes with the music that you're making.
Well, I'm a producer for OMG Entertainment. Shout out to Maurice Jones, who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. He believed in me, and he gave me that chance. And like he said, numbers don't lie. My album, Paint the Sky Funk, is doing pretty well right now. I want to do something bad, but I'm kind of trying to just ride this wave in. But 2020, man, it's gonna be fantastic, man. It's just I got a lot of good things, man, going on, and just have some fun with music, man. And the fun to me has left the music. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I want to put something out that, you know, my grandmother, rest in peace, or somebody else's grandmother, or the kids can listen to. You know what I'm saying? Without having to mute all the other different lingo that they use today on records. You know, I'm not knocking nobody. That's what they do. You know, that's what the radio want to play. But you know, I'm here to change everybody's diet of music.
Most definitely. Yes, sir. All right. So, a younger version of yourself, and even at this point, could have chosen any genre or style of music to perform. But what really led you into funk and jazz music?
My mother, rest in peace, one of the coldest jazz artists I know, Jeanette Brantley. She owned the famous Green Parrot Jazz Club and Restaurant in Dallas. That's where I'm originally from. And just growing up, you know, around live bands and, you know, the entertainment family, you know, I didn't really sway that way. You know, of course I wanted to be like my dad and play football. I played 4 years of college ball and stuff, and you know, and really I should have been like my mother. She always told me I had a gift, and she really wanted me to let the world, you know, hear me. And the last rehearsal she had, I'll never forget it. She was jamming. I saw her music evolving. Because she was jazz, kind of gospel-y, you know, little R&B, but it was kind of evolving into a little hip hop sound, and I just shouted out, "I'm just trying to do some funk jazz hop," and that's where that word came from in that rehearsal. And I just wanted to kind of create my own genre of music called funk jazz hop. I try to please everybody, so it's gonna be funky, jazzy, you know, and have some hip hop in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I am on this journey for the rest of my life to do what my mom wanted. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, it's not for the accolades. I mean, it's for her accolades. I got a lot of accolades in football. So now it's her time to show her while she's looking at me that I can do the same thing like I did in football. You know, I'm gonna attack these tracks like I used to stack quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. Did she pass on?
Yeah. She passed 2006. 2006, a rare cancer, man. Rare cancer. Only like 3-4 people in the world had it, man, and it affected me a lot because I just seen her like a month before then. But you know, she was on the deathbed. I couldn't even go in the hospital room, and Yardborough people was in there. A lot of other industry people was in there, and we caught that eye contact. You know, and that's my mother, so she like did her finger, come here. So I went over to the bed. I said, "What's up, Mama?" Because I felt like it was her. But at first, she just was out of it, and she looked me in my eyes and said, "You gonna do your music?" And I said, "Yes." I was dibbling, dabbling at that time, but I just didn't, you know, just submit my feet into it. And from that day on, hey, I've been on a mission.
Most definitely. All right. And beyond that, how do you confirm that you have a place in this music game?
It's my DNA. My DNA.
Yeah.
Music is in my DNA. You know, like I say, raised up around it. I mean, you know, the entertainment world was my family. You know, I shout out my father, you know, rest in peace. He passed 2002. He was an entertainer. My son right now, he lives in New York. Shout out to my son, Johnny Lee Brantley III. He's on Broadway and Beetlejuice right now. You guys get a chance to go check him out. He's a beast, man. He's really, really a beast. Excuse me. Yeah, he's really, really good. And I just want to change people died in music because what they play on the radio is not really, you know, I ain't gonna say good for the kids, but it's not something that can, you know, like back in the day when the hip hop era, let's say they were talking about drugs back then, you know, but at the end of the song they say go stay in school, yada yada yada. This era they just leave it open ended, like it's kind of cool to do that stuff, you know. And I don't want to do that. I want to do something totally different. You know, they say think out the box. I don't even wear a box.
All right. I love it. All right. So, obviously from listening to your work, even for a minute, anyone would understand that there is a heavy focus on the themes. The production is incredible too. But right now, I want to know about the process for you. I get it that it may or may not come to you quickly and all, but including like refinement, editing, writing beats, and all the way to the performance. What you do takes an incredible amount of effort, or at least any mortal would think so. So truly, man, how do you make it all, make all this happen so precisely and on point?
Man, I really ask myself that question at times because I don't know any notes. I don't know, you know, I guess you would say I'm a studio gangster. If you ask me to play the piano, I just can't get up there and play, you know, yeah. But for as in production and putting sounds, the most that I had an intuitive ear. I was really good with sound. But, you know, I used to DJ, so, you know, putting just different other elements to music. I mean, I like the jiu-jitsu Chinese guitar. I like the Bolivian flutes, and I mean, just, you know, you can make it sound and still sound good. You know, I just try to bring other sounds and not just a hi-hat and a bass. You know, I want some D&D. I want some house. You know, I want some, you know, techno. You know, I try to just infuse all that into one to create a very distinctive sound.
That's right. Yes, sir. All right. So let's go into specifics. What was life like for you growing up?
Oh, man, I grew up in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Oak Cliff. Born and raised in Dallas, Texas. Played football, you know. I was just a normal kid, you know. Got in trouble. My father was a teacher back then, you know. My uncles were principals. So I couldn't do too much because, you know, back then in that era, hey, it took a village to raise the kids. So, if, you know, I got my butt whooped by neighbors and other people, and you know, normal kid life, you know, teenager. Then I left Dallas in '83. Came out to Palm Springs, Palm Desert, California. College of the Desert. I went to college of COD, And it was, I was born and raised in Dallas all my life, but when they were sending me these pictures of all these mountains and palm trees, I was 16 years old, I'm like, well, that's kind of fly. And I wanted to get out and meet new friends. I'm a socialite, being around, an entertainment family, so you had to be sociable, so I like meeting new people, and I wanted new friends, and just to leave Texas, all in all, to go somewhere else and see if I could still be me and everybody can adapt to me, And, from there I went to East New Mexico University, where I graduated from, Portales, New Mexico. Shout out to all the Greyhounds out there. That was an experience. I just kept it pushing. I DJ'd, in clubs in Dallas, and I was just an average person. I didn't get in too much trouble, you know what I'm saying? I, got one song, predicated myself on, saved myself on that one. And did that, had him. She didn't work out, for whatever reason. I was young, I was, 23, 24. And then stayed in Dallas, and then I eventually ended up in 98 in California. I was a program director for Aiming High Treatment Center. Shout out to Aiming High and all the gangbangers from L.A. to Oakland. I helped the families and to try to feed them something else that they wouldn't been fed. And got back into the music game, and never really was out of it per se. I was always in it, and it was that itch. It was just like, then in 2006, when my mom passed, I said, I have to do this. So, this first album, I think she's happy, but I don't think the accolades are where they need to be. Just like when I had all the write-ups and newspaper articles and from my achievements in football, I need some accolades from my mom now. So my goal is to win a Grammy. I don't care if it's elevator music or skit. I don't care what it is, but I think that would solidify me doing what my mom wanted me to do.
Yes, sir. All right. So let's talk about the project you're promoting now. What's the science behind it?
Paint the Sky Funk. Well, I just like Paint the Sky Funk. I wanted to, I predicate myself on love. Love is my DNA. The universe needs it. We need, everybody needs it. And we need to start showing a lot more of it. So I wanted to show my diversification of my music from a little country, a little hip-hop, and I think I got a little, I don't call it reggaeton, I call it funk tone. Actually, I named the song Funk Tone. A lot of different styles of music, and I try to just please everybody. I know it's hard to do that, but that's just my makeup. I don't like disappointing anybody. It was really, really hard for me at first when I was doing this, because I was nervous and scared how people were gonna accept it. I mean, I'm a no name, first of all. This music is just tripped out, it's kind of, fun, we got the serious. Me and my sister, shout out to Isis Brantley, my sister, she's on the album. Everybody that had a part to do with it, I call them my funk squad. And I just want to make it colorful. Paint the Sky Funk is colorful. It's more happy. Even my dark sounding songs that you want to call them dark, the feeling, they're still happy. There's still a happy vibration that hits you. So I just wanted to create something like something to feel good, So that's why I gave everybody 21 tracks, and from, like I said, from country to reggaeton. I tried to cover the whole genre of everything. That's why I created my own genre of funk jazz hop.
I love it. Man, that's a broad spectrum that you cover there on one album. Are you putting any pressure on yourself to succeed any?
Oh, man, there's always pressure every day in life. It's just, being a melanated man is pressure. So it's like, this is like, it's not really nothing, but it's just going to make me work hard. Like I worked hard and becoming the best linebacker I could be playing football. I'm trying to be the best producer I can. And really, it's all about production in this day and time. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily if you can play or you can't play. It's about putting something together that nobody else thought about and making it sound different to the ear. As I say, I like to give people eargasms.
Mm. Okay. So, Mr. Who, I work for this artist now as a business administrator, part of management. He's a Grammy winner with over 3 million records sold. He beat the Beatles record for a Grammy with his group. But this group, they had to rewrite their hit single like 12 times just so it would full mode before it was published. So in general, do you feel like there has ever been a time where you had to compromise your work?
No. Like I said, OMG Entertainment, he told me to just be me and just, they'll be the judge. And I didn't really have any pressure to try to, they didn't, say you got to do this and do that. I'm kind of like from the James Brown era. My mother was like that. Mother, she didn't play by the rules and music. She didn't, okay, a 16 goes here, a hook goes right here. You can't do this like that. No. Music is a feeling. It's a vibration. So when you get that feeling, you just do it. Because most of the time, your first take is your best take.
What about, have you ever came back to a song with the intention to make it more accessible, more, how can you say, pop?
Yeah, you can really call it what you want to. Music is universal. It's all of the person that's listening. And they have to be the one to judge what they think it is. I want to leave it like that. I want to say this and that. That's why I created funk jazz. I wanted to create a spectrum to whereas in whatever that listener think it is, hey, that's what it is. Everybody has opinions, but hey, it's what you feel. When I listen to Cameo, or George Clinton, which is my mentor, and I just found I was making my first George Clinton concert at 15. And man, this older cat that stayed in the hood, we used to go in the alley, man, those 4-finger bags of weed, man, we go in there, go listen to every George Clinton album. I just found out 3 years ago, me and this man, my mentor, was born on the same day. July the 22nd. It blew me away. I'm like, wow. Are we connected like that? All I want to do is shake Mr. Clinton's hand. It's called a transference of energy. You know what I'm saying? He might give me the keys to the mothership. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. All right. So, Mr. Who, I have more than enjoyed my time with you. So again, I just want to say thank you for your time. Yeah, and effort. I really appreciate that. All of us here from Vigilantes Radio do. We love listening to music and hearing what the people that create it really have to say. So we have a traditional open floor for you to say anything else that you like to that maybe I forgot to bring up.
Let me just say this. To everybody that's listening, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Unconditionally, though. I don't really care what people think about me, what they say. People gonna have opinions, but I don't divert from my love that I have within my soul to everybody. And just say we need more of that. Spread it across the world. I always say, funk what people say. Do you, be you. Be you, do you. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Shine your light, man. Shine it so bright where it's blind. It blinds people. So I say, one day, you're gonna elevate so high that you're going to have to reintroduce yourself to people. So that's what it is. Hey, and I love you, man. Hey, OMG Entertainment. Hey, the Funk Cave, the Funkatory, I'm Mr. Who. And hey, I love you, baby.
That's right. All right, man. Let everybody know where they can connect with you online.
You can get me on Instagram at Nunuwho. That's NEUUNUUWHO. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. I actually got 3 pages. I got the Funkade page. They join the Funkade page. I put things on there, other artists, different musical things. There's different things that I kind of like. I hope people like, and they share my stuff. And I have that's the Funkade, and I have Mr. Who Brantley. That's everybody that's been vibing with me from day one, my real ones. And then I have Nunu Brantley. Nunu is a nickname my mother gave me when I was born. NEUUNUU Brantley. Hey, friend request me. Hey, I'm everybody's friend. Hey, go check out that Paint the Sky Funk. There's 21 tracks. And there's got to be something on there you like.
Most definitely. All right, guys. I appreciate you, Mr. Who, and I pray that you have a blessed 2020, man, that you go into the new year doing everything you set out to accomplish. We wish you much success, and we'll be following your movement.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, man. Hey, shout out to all the staff and everybody over there at Vigilantes Radio. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Hey, and hey, go smell that thing, man. Go smell it, man. Go smell it.
Most definitely. All right. Enjoy your evening.
All right, you too. Peace is already out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website, and that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to theradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre-free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay, but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini-Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the number one rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.only1mediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.